How's it going today, guys? Gameaholic here with another episode of the Retro Modern Pickups. Now, we don't talk about handheld stuff on here that much, but we're going to talk about it a little bit today, and some other weird mixed things we got. So now this is going to be a shorter video today, guys. Didn't get a whole lot, but enough to warrant one of these videos. First up on the list is the Jungle Book Rhythm and Groove. So this is basically like a Disney bad version of DDR. I think there was actually a dance pad that came out with this game. I'm still trying to understand how the memory card for this needs 120 megabytes, considering one memory card only takes up about 8 megabytes full. So that is definitely a misprint on there for some reason. I don't know why. But that's why we added it to the list, because it's weird. Next up on the list, a movie title. Not a good movie, but a movie title. Shark Tale. This is based on the DreamWorks movie that I think had Jack Black, and I think Will Smith was in this, so this movie definitely slaps. But, I picked this up for around $2, so can't complain, Could come across doing a DreamWorks video eventually. Next up on the list, for the Wii U, and I don't pick a lot of these up because you don't see them out in the wild that often, and that is Terraria. Now, Terraria I already had for the Xbox 360, but it tends to be that every other console you try to collect this game for, it tends to get more rare. I think the PS Vita version is actually the most rare version. This is CIB. I got it for around $3.75. I picked it up at a thrift store, so yeah, I can't complain. But also adding to that list of games that I picked up for cheap was one of the Sailor Moon R games for the Game Boy. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is a fighting or a puzzle game. I was just aware that when it came across the stream, I did not have it. So that is why I added it to the collection. As you guys know, I'm trying to collect all of the Sailor Moon games. Also adding to that list was Nicktoons Racing. So along with collecting the Rugrats games, I'm trying to collect all the Nickelodeon-themed games. Not so much like Rocket Power or Fairly Odd Parents or anything like that, but there was like Nicktoons MLB Unite, and then there was like MLB Elite, and one's a baseball game, one's not. I don't know, but I didn't have this one, so for around $3, that's why I picked it up. And also for $3, which you don't see often, was Ren and Stimpy Space Cadet Adventures. Now, this is a side-scroller game that I have played in the past. Very interesting to have gotten, and I'm glad to add it to the collection. I'd love to do a Ren and Stimpy video sometime. Now, the last two games we're going to add to the list today are cartridge-based, but they're fancy cartridge-based. These both were actually gifts. I didn't pay anything for them. But the first one I'm adding to the list, it's an Evercade cart. It's the Sunsoft Collection Volume 1. Now, this comes with Blaster Master, Blaster Master Boy, Arrow the Acrobat, Journey, Tessilius, Arabian, and Mr. Gimmick. Now, the main reason I bought this is more so for Mr. Gimmick. Mr. Gimmick was a late release NES game and goes for an absolute ton of amount of money. Yeah, of course, with emulation, I could probably play it, but I would rather have a physical version of it in some way, shape, or form so I can eventually do a video on it. It's the reason why I do that. And the last game we're adding to the list today, it's also for the Evercade. It's Pico Collection number 4. Now, there is a ton of great games on this one. There's Risky Woods, Zero Tolerance Underground, Skulls Jagger, Street Racer, Target Renegade, Bad Street Brawler, Star X, The Fidgets, Andrew. And the number one game is Glover. And this is the PlayStation version, if I'm not mistaken, of Glover, which I do own the N64. I do own the PlayStation version, which I didn't know existed until I found it. And then now there's this one. I might even try to get my hands on the re-release one on Switch. I haven't decided yet. Thanks again, guys, for tuning into yet another episode of the Retro Modern Pickups. I love doing these videos, and I love that you guys are watching these. And I just want to know, what are you guys actively looking for? Tell me in the comments below. And as always, guys, you know to hit up my friends, Tiger Chainsaw, Cy Retro, Seanclopedia. I love working with all of them, and I hope they all love working with me. And you know where to find me across all forms of social media. The links will be down in the description below. And as always, guys, stay retro.